Welcome, friends. This is Archangel. So, we desexualize males as part of their devaluation. We disparage male anatomy with disgust and slander. The male anatomy is loathed and mocked, whereas we represent female anatomy as mouth-watering and desirable. We exaggerate everything on the female anatomy to be the pinnacle of visual and tactile appeal. Oh, female skin is so much softer. Females smell so much better. Their hair, their curves, their breasts, etc. This is a devious part of devaluing males. We desexualize them, making them the peasants forever placating the artificial royalty, which is females. I have mentioned in a few videos that by desexualizing females, which would involve increased mockery and public exposure of females' anatomy, that this would desexualize females in males' minds and render their anatomy plain, just like the male anatomy, not divinity to be worshipped. For example, use vagina monikers every time you curse or insult someone. Instead of calling someone a prick, call them a vulva. And then allow females to go topless everywhere males are allowed to go topless. These are a couple things that will help to desexualize females. At the very least, even up the exposure across the board. If females are not allowed to show nipples in public, then males should be required to cover them up as well. If we desexualize females, this would lower their pedestal worship and equalize sex worth by default, leading to equanimity of species value. Desexualization would, in fact, work on females, just as I have advertised. You see, we desexualize males, and hence females really do not desire male bodies in a sexual excitation sort of way. Females really don't get horny by male physiques. They can observe and appreciate a nicely shaped physique, but male bodies do not make them sexually excited. Thus, males have to impress and convince females why they should entertain dudes with their attention or grant them sexual entrance for a few minutes. And so males jump through hoops to impress females and convince them why they should sleep with them. And it is the act of impressing her, the jumping through hoops, that makes females wet. Because this is a demonstration of her desirability to the point where this guy, or many guys, will take her out, buy her things, do tasks for her, all while trying to make her laugh with jokes or self-deprecation. All these things he will do to try and convince her that she should allow him her divine presence. She gets wet because of the flattery that she is hot, she is desirable, she is the object of beauty, she is mouth-watering. Females get horny over reflections of themselves. It's narcissism. They get turned on by themselves and their desirability reflected in the actions and pampering offered by males. Females do not get sexually aroused by the sight of male's anatomy. They get sexually aroused by male action or provision, such as a fat wallet, because all this reminds her that she is so desirable to the point that all his potential toil and provision he is laying on the line to win over her exalted attention. You need to understand, we have effectively desexualized males and super-sexualized females. Hence, male prostration and female superiority is what we reap. Take a look at the world outside your front door if you think otherwise. Seriously, we heighten female sexual appeal to the point where males will see a slit up the side of an elegant evening dress and begin salivating. We devalue male sexual appeal to a place where a female can see a fit, attractive male get completely butt naked and she will yawn. Oh, there is absolute power in desexualizing one sex, for it effectively devalues them, and that which we discard, we first devalue. We socially devalue males with propaganda, mockery, jokes, entertainment. Every little facet of human existence, representation, or belief is tainted with female elevation and male devaluation. It is everywhere. There is nowhere you could go on this whirling globe where males are not devalued or discarded. There is no place male expendability does not exist. We need to desexualize females to help lessen female worship and to dethrone their position as male deities. We need to desexualize females in order to empower males. Or we can supersexualize male anatomy to cause females to desire us to the point where they begin acting the fool to impress us. Still, even to the ignorant or layperson, you can see that by desexualizing males through disgust and mockery every time the male genitalia is discussed, we have thus effectively turned females away from the male anatomy. Look at the fallout. Females despise male junk, and thus they are allowed to be around naked males because there would be very little chance for impropriety. Take nurses, for example. We bank on male genitalia as disgusting and gross, and that females are not swayed by the sight of male anatomy, to the point where we allow female nurses to be around male nakedness, whether juvenile or adult. We darn sure don't have male nurses addressing female nakedness of juveniles or adults. We don't have male nurses observing the genitalia of female military recruits. We don't have male nurses applying ointment to little Samantha's vulva irritation in the doctor's office. We don't have male nurses tending to the female sports team, but we damn sure allow female nurses or assistants to be around every flavor or age of naked males. And why? Well, quite simply because we realize on some level that females do not like the male anatomy, and thus a female will do her job coolly with indifference. And I assert that females as a whole have reached this point of male nakedness apathy and non-care because we have so effectively desexualized males with rampant mockery and disgust. Furthermore, we use the motherhood justification, whereby mothers, who are advertised as so benevolent and caring, they can look at male nakedness with love, whereas fathers are simply molesters and can't even look at a naked female of any age because his inner Mr. Hyde might come flying to the surface, no matter how loving he is. Yeah, we supersexualize female nakedness, then impugn males and disparage them anytime they are around it. It is also extremely annoying when females, whether nurses or mothers, tell males, "Oh, don't worry, you don't have anything I haven't seen before." Ugh! I don't know how many times I've been told by nurses, "I've seen it all," or "I'm a mom and a nurse, you don't have anything to worry about, I've seen it all before." Translation, I've seen more cock and balls than any person should be forced to, and believe you me, it does not excite me to look at them. Like this is supposed to make a male feel better? Oh, your anatomy disgusts me, so drop your pants so I can give you this shot. This is condescending and dismissive of males and their sensitive anatomy as well as their feelings. Essentially, you marginalize their attractiveness by playing down the appeal of a body part, even though we know that body part had no appeal to begin with. Okay, so let's flip it. Do male nurses try to make female patients feel more at ease when they are in the hospital gown by saying, "You ain't got nothing I ain't seen before"? Which would of course effectively translate to the female patient as, "I have seen thousands of vaginas, whether here or online. Yours is nothing special. Your clam hamper is not exciting, believe you me." In fact, I have asked a few females how comfortable they would be with a heterosexual male nurse that condescends by saying, "Don't worry, you ain't got nothing I haven't seen before." All respondents have told me, for one, I would not be comfortable with a male nurse, period, and two, let alone a jerk patronizing me like that. Oh, but males are supposed to be cool with females doing this. Well, yeah, that's different. Females don't want to see male junk in the first place. That's why females make great moms and nurses. They are not turned on by male junk, so there is no chance of arousal or personal involvement. Everything stays indifferent and professional. Really? I have had everyone from nurses to EMTs to massage therapists tell me the same thing. They have dealt with more man junk than anybody should have to, and it's totally gross. Therefore, they can do their job coolly, indifferently. Because of this revulsion, there is low chance of personal excitation or involvement. Females' entitlement attitude is invoked here as well. Like, I despise man junk, so thus I am entitled to see males naked wherever, whenever. Holy freaking guacamole, I am so sick of hearing females say this. "You don't have anything I haven't seen before," or "It's alright, I'm a mom." Sister, I don't care if you play Monopoly while juggling bowling pins and standing on your head. I value my anatomy, and you are not worthy of seeing me in all my glory. So, hey, princess, why don't you just get bent? In fact, I have told nurses this. I don't give a damn who you are or what you have seen. You will not see me. So you find me a male nurse or doctor to do the hernia cough test for. Yes, I have flat out refused to bear anything for a female nurse. We are so careful to coddle females and their tender feelers. Yet when it comes to guys, yeah, come on, let's go. Drop those pants. You ain't got nothing I ain't seen before. I have sons. Oh, how guys love the fact that so many people are repulsed by their anatomy. It's all butterflies and tickling in our stomachs. Perhaps guys endure female nurses and their condescending utterances because they receive so much disapproval of their anatomy from darn near everyone that they seize the opportunity to show any female their deformed junk, all the while hoping for some hint of approval, even though the nurse is only there because it's her job, not because she wants to see sad little male noodles. Furthermore, how many males attend to old ladies in nursing homes? Meanwhile, females are allowed to tend to both male and female residents. Now, it's not that males desire this privilege. However, they are not hiring 20-year-old males to bathe old ladies in the nursing home, but they damn sure hire 20-year-old females to wash the elderly male residents. I talked to one just the other day, and like clockwork, whenever discussion of male genitalia comes up, females show disgust. True to form, this gal went on further to educate me on how disgusting old man junk is, since she had to work with elderly males incapable of caring for themselves. Really? Old guys are just... it's pretty nasty. Well, gravity affects old ladies too, I rebutted. Well, it's different. They're not as grotesque, she offered me. Oh, I see, but old man sack is? Yeah, it's gross. Really? And old lady flapjacks aren't? Well, they're not as bad as old dude junk. It's pretty bad. So you don't have to clean up old ladies at all? Well, yeah, but they're not bad. They're way cleaner. With guys, they crap their diapers and it gets all over their junk, and you have to clean it and stretch out their sack and move it around, or pull back foreskin and clean. It's all just, it's yucky. I see. It's not that old ladies don't fill their own diapers, but with the old guys, there is more stuff to clean up when they do. So you're telling me that you're lazy and old guys make you work more for your hourly dime. No matter what I offered conversationally, it always came back to old dude junk was the grossest of the gross, and old lady junk really, for all intents and purposes, was not that bad. Their stuff is tucked away nice and neat, and it is self-cleaning, like a delightful little sugar and spice, self-cleaning, hassle-free oven. Guys, on the other hand, are hideous and very unsanitary, like the charcoal grill on the deck that you have to get after with a wire brush just to clean. Yeah, no surprise here. It's the same old story with nurses or elderly caregivers everywhere, young or old. It doesn't matter. Females cannot stand male genitalia, and even when gravity has its way with our anatomy, people still debase the male anatomy as more abhorrent than the female anatomy. And this female seemed perplexed that I was putting up any kind of debate on the subject at all in the first place. I'm sure she is accustomed to most guys nodding their heads in agreement or offering condolences to any female that has had the horror of dealing with any man junk, let alone old man junk in poopy diapers. Yeah, most males would absolutely agree with her point of view, like little Igors. Yes, master. Yes, master. Oh, male junk is disgusting. Yes, master. And all this is possible because we devalue males, and desexualization is one avenue of devaluation indoctrination. If females were desexualized, it would bring lucidity to males that get a brain rush of excitement chemicals every time he sees a little cleavage. I talked about this in my video, Disarmament. that if males observed sternum pillows everywhere at the park or the beach, eventually the adrenaline and oxytocin would run dry after seeing so many exalted female bosoms. Hence, males might be able to more logically assess any interaction with any female without duress of excitation. I mean, come on, we already know that desexualizing females works. Check out my video entitled Gyno Internship, where I mentioned a doctor acquaintance who gives me a sour face when I mention the holy vagina. Many males who are gynecologists are quite desensitized and in fact bored with sausage wallets. Why? Because they see them every day. Commonality renders monotony. So we either compel males to cover themselves up just as a female, or we allow females to bear themselves as freely as males. Either way, we need to bring equity to sexual appeal of both sexes in order to get rid of this stark, abusive inequity. Males exposed to female genitalia day in, day out proves my point that by desexualizing female anatomy to simple anatomical parts in need of itch lotions or odor creams, not magical folds of divinity, we reduce female worship, and a reduction in female worship will herald an increase in male abuse awareness and male empowerment. Males have been unjustly desexualized in order to lower their value and compel them into servitude to chase validation through the attention of the supersexualized female. Desexualizing females is one piece of the puzzle that will bring relief to male abuse and discardation. My friends, stand with me, live free.